where caretaker Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has said that he has no objection to the BJP's pick as far as the Chief Minister of the state is concerned. He's also gone on to say that there will be another meeting that's going to be taking place in Mumbai. This comes after that late night meeting that started as late as 11 o'clock last night at the residence of the Home Minister Amit Shah, with Eknath Shinde, Devendra Fadnavis, Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel all there at that meeting. As you can see pictures from that meeting, but that meeting that remained inconclusive, the suspense that continues. From what we are hearing at the moment is that it is that meeting that took place. Shiv Sena UBT leader Sanjay Raut has sought to know the reasons why the Mahayuti is unable to zero in on the Chief Minister and form the government despite getting that massive mandate. And from details coming out of that meeting where, it remains inconclusive. However, to get to know what really transpired during that meeting, we have Ishika joining us from right outside Amit Shah's residence. Ishika, get us details of what really transpired during that meeting. And of course, we do know there's been no announcement since, but hopefully we perhaps can expect an announcement after that meeting that will take place in Mumbai today.
Well, Divya, the sources tell us that it will not be so soon. Well, as you rightly mentioned, yesterday we did see that it was a very crucial evening for the Mahayuti Alliance, because if we talk about the leaders, the faces of the Mahayuti Alliance, that is Devendra Fadnavis, be it Ajit Pawar and be it Eknath Shinde, all had arrived here at Home Minister's Amit Shah's residence for a late night meeting. So certainly this is the the picture that we are showing you was actually the epicenter of yesterday crucial evening, where the meeting started late as 11 p.m. in the night and went on for hours. Now certainly the picture that emerged, they do tell us a story. We did see the smiling faces of Devendra Fadnavis, Amit Shah, but certainly that smile was certainly missing from Eknath Shinde's face. So certainly, there is another story to tell, because the sources also tell us that it is basically because of the less negotiating power that he has at the moment. But, if we talk about what actually came out of the meeting, well, there were certain decisions that was taken. Number one was that today another round of meeting of the Mahayuti leaders will take place in Mumbai. And after that, there is a consensus that is built among these leaders, then another round of meeting is going to take place again in the national capital, and only then will the announcement be made. Number two is in fact what we are getting to know from the sources, and which is very important here, Divya, is that in fact there is a consensus that has been reached over the name of the Chief Minister, and in fact also the Deputy Chief Ministers. But there is certainly a discussion that needs to be done regarding the distribution of the cabinet berths. So that is something that the Mahayuti Alliance leaders need to sort themselves out, and that is why today's meeting in Mumbai becomes very, very important. Now, what sources have also told NDTV is, in fact, the two Deputy Chief Minister formula that they already had is going to continue even for this term. And, after all of this, after today's meeting, we are also expecting that, the BJP will be sending its observers to Maharashtra to speak to the local leaders there, to speak to the MLAs there before making the announcement. That is actually, the procedure that we see of the BJP before they make any important announcement. So certainly, it is not in fact right to call, yesterday's meeting inconclusive. There were certainly a lot of decisions that were taken, but it was not the final discussion. Today, another round of the meeting is going to take place in Mumbai. It is going to be a very important meeting, and the discussion is going to be regarding the cabinet berth distribution among BJP and the allies. And after that, the final meeting will again take place here in the national capital, and then we can expect the big announcement. Over to you.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. We also have our colleague Anuj joining us from Mumbai. Anuj, Ishika taking us through the details of the meeting that remained inconclusive yesterday and another one coming up today in Mumbai. But, from what Ishika said, that a decision might not even come out as soon as today.
Well, yes, it might take a little more time, a couple more days for the end name, of the Chief Minister to come out. And that is simply because the Bharatiya Janata Party's procedure doesn't really depend on the High Command or the Delhi giving away a decision for a state and that being followed by the party machinery. Although, yesterday's meeting has pretty much put a stamp on the fact that it is indeed going to be the BJP who will be having their own Chief Minister after quite some time here in Maharashtra. And the front runner there remains Devendra Fadnavis. But an official announcement of it will only be made once the BJP sends its officials and its senior, observers here in Mumbai, who will then interact with most of the local state machinery and the newly elected MLAs and will then make this decision public. But, Eknath Shinde's role becomes very important here, as we've been talking about it for quite a while now. The demands by Eknath Shinde, the primary demands are, of course, for two important portfolios. One is urban development and the other is home ministry. We talked about home ministry a while back, but then, when you talk about the urban development, just like how the BJP or the Devendra Fadnavis government has always been willing to keep home department with them. On the other hand, you see that whenever Eknath Shinde has been in any sort of power, be that Mahavikas Aghadi government from 2019 till 2022, or even the stint of him serving as the Chief Minister of the state, on both these occasions, urban development has always stayed with him. Now, of course, that is something that the BJP is probably, ready to give away. That's the amount of elbow space that they can provide to him, amongst many other things as well. But it is the home ministry, the demand of home ministry that becomes a bit of concern for the Bharatiya Janata Party. The demand for home ministry becomes a concern, considering that Devendra Fadnavis would be, adamant on keeping home ministry with himself. The third partner here, that is Ajit Pawar, will continue to keep finance alongside being the guardian minister of Pune. But when you talk about the distribution of portfolios, even that will be dependent on a ratio methodology, unlike what was the case in Mahayuti 1, where all the three parties got pretty much equal portfolios, considering that the arrangement was a post-poll arrangement, right? The split of parties happened, one in 2022, then of course in 2023, and then the government lasted till a couple of days ago. So, but the arrangement that we will see here will be pre-poll, in its entirety, where the Bharatiya Janata Party will be keeping a majority of the portfolios, which ranges from 20 to 25, and it also includes some of the very important ones, followed by Shiv Sena, which will be having close to 12 to 15 portfolios. Now, this also includes a number of state ministers as well. And then, of course, the Ajit Pawar faction of NCP, which will be eyeing to get at least 6 to 8 portfolios, with finance being the major one. Besides this, there is also a chance for the NCP and Shiv Sena to get a central ministerial berth each, where Prafulla Patel, and Sunil Tatkare are front runners in NCP, whereas in Shiv Sena it is Eknath Shinde's son, MP Shrikant Shinde, who is the front runner for a central minister berth in Delhi.
Right. Thank you so much, Anuj, for joining us with those details. To get more on this, we have Neeja Chaudhary, senior journalist, joining us. We also have Geeta Bhatt, political analyst, with us. Neeja Chaudhary, over to you first. Uncertainty looms even after Eknath Shinde has paved the way for a BJP pick. Is the delay because of the exchange offer that perhaps doesn't meet with the expectations of Eknath Shinde?
I think they're dotting the I's and crossing the T's. They're going into all the detailing and coming to a package before the final announcement is made. It's pretty well clear, as you say, the deputy chief ministers now will be Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar. And Eknath Shinde has publicly made an announcement that he will go by what the Prime Minister and the Home Minister want and will be willing to accept the BJP chief minister. The whole a coalition like this is all about power sharing. The more effective the power sharing, the more likely its success. So I think they're going into all the portfolios, not only the number of ministries with each of the parties, but also which ministry. And I think that's where the rub lies. Because when Eknath Shinde was chief minister and Devendra Fadnavis the deputy chief minister, Fadnavis had control of the home department. And that is what Eknath Shinde would also like, in addition to the various other departments. So I think that's where the rub is, and the BJP is not willing to part with Home Ministry, which it feels should be with the Chief Minister. So I think those details are getting ironed out, and that takes time. And the kind of meetings that have taken place last night separately in groups, or then with the Home Minister late at night, and today in Mumbai and again in Delhi, and the observers then going to Mumbai and talking to the MLAs of the BJP. So they don't want to leave anything to chance, obviously, and any discordant note to be struck. It's been a huge, huge victory.
Right, ma'am, that landslide victory, Geeta Bhatt, and despite that landslide victory, the ruling alliance has faced criticism from the opposition for the delay in naming the Chief Minister and also accusing the Election Commission of tampering with voter data.
Well, I think as and when the opposition parties have lost in a state, this EVM hike has always been one of the prominent reasons which has been given by the opposition parties. But they forget that in Jharkhand, it is the JMM and Congress combined which has won the election. So how the EVMs can be different in the two states, how they are functioning differently in the two states is a question that needs to be asked to the opposition parties. It is important that the opposition parties also feel responsible, and they need to do some introspection, because this really has been a very massive victory for Mahayuti. And the Congress has been, I think, one of the lowest, probably the lowest numbers in Maharashtra. Out of 288, probably they have got 19, I think. And this is something that needs introspection. Even the Uddhav Thackeray group, they need an introspection. And we hear that already there are voices that are being raised in the Uddhav Thackeray group, where other leaders are being questioning of their alliance with the Congress party and whether it has damaged them in this election. So an introspection is always better for the parties, those who have lost, whosoever it is, whether it is in Jharkhand, it is the BJP and their alliance partners, or in Maharashtra, the MVA. So, and also, if you look at in terms of formation of the government, as Neerja ji rightly said, it is something that is micro detailings are being worked out, and that will be better, because for 5 years now this particular coalition is going to run the government in Maharashtra, a very, very important state in every aspect, considered to be the financial capital of the country, and it will be important both politically and also in terms of the economic development of the state, that these kind of micro detailings are worked out, so that there is a smooth functioning and synchronization between all the three political parties in alliance, as was seen during the election. We saw that all the three partners, in Mahayuti, they all did very well, and that shows that there was a understanding between the three of them, the way they campaigned and the way they did the seat distribution, and all of them together they did well. It was not that one did at the cost of the other. So even in running of the government, that kind of in terms of execution of the various programs that they are going to come out for the people of Maharashtra, for that also that kind of coordination is required. So it is basically, I think, this kind of a micro detailing that is being worked out. And hopefully, the kind of mandate that people of Maharashtra have given to BJP and the alliance partners, it is expected from that they are going to run the government in a very efficient way and deliver also the kind of faith that has been reposed on them.
Right. Neerja ma'am, of course, from what we're hearing from our sources is during that late night meeting that started as late as 11 p.m. and Amit Shah's residence, is the Mahayuti leaders who should be discussing the division of departments among themselves. That is what has really come out of that meeting with Amit Shah. So the decision is now being left to them in order to divide the meetings, and the meeting that's perhaps taking place today in Mumbai. From what we're hearing from our sources is that the oath-taking ceremony is expected as soon as the 2nd of December. Ma'am.
Yeah, I think that's what one is hearing today. Ajit Pawar was here in Delhi, and as we know, and during the day he met with media people, very informal chat. Ajit Pawar has not been known to, interact so much with the national media. He's been shy of that. So that was a very interesting, it was almost like a launch of Ajit Pawar in the national capital to meet with, as I say, media people. So I think generally the feeling was that second is the day that the oath taking would take place, and the things that were talked about, of course, that Ajit Pawar would get finance. That was everybody seems to concede that in the BJP as well as the other, the Sena people, and of course, Guardian Minister, as your reporter was saying, that is also Guardian Minister of Pune. But urban development, PWD, and irrigation are the three weighty ministries that were being talked about for Mr. Eknath Shinde. But obviously, as I say, that's not, that seems to be not acceptable as a package. He would like more than that. Now, what will be the final shape of things to come? And they would also like to go back to Mumbai, and consult with their own people before taking the whole process forward. But yes, I think it should work out, because main things seem to be have been ironed out. That it will be a BJP chief minister, that there will be two deputy chief ministers, that Mr. Shinde is willing to be a deputy chief minister. Ajit Pawar, Mr. Tatkare has already announced the party chief in Maharashtra that Mr. Pawar is willing to be deputy chief minister. So given all that, the main things have been ironed out, but it is these, the devil is always in the detail. And those details, I think, are being ironed out. And
Right.
I agree that unless you iron these things out, you might just strike a discordant note on the third day.
Right,
And
ma'am.
that- very
Also, when we speak about the role of Praful Patel, what role does he have to play, given the fact that he was there at that meeting here in Delhi at Amit Shah's residence? And from what we are hearing is that the NCP wants Praful Patel to be part of the centre.
Yeah, you see, what role will Praful Patel be given now? Nationally, of course, he has been a facilitator, knowing the Delhi scene very well. And Ajit Pawar, as I said, has not been so familiar with the Delhi scene, because that was an area looked after by in the NCP by Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule. So Praful Patel will have a very important role in terms of being a bridge between Ajit Pawar and the national scene, so to speak. So does the agreement, does the understanding include a role for Praful Patel formally? Will he be brought in as a minister in the cabinet here, in the NDA cabinet here? All those are things that remain to be worked out and seen.
Right.